Hello everyone. I want to welcome all of you to today's English meditation program. So we start again after a short break, which we had for Christmas. I also want to wish you all a very happy New Year. And we will again start with a beginner's course in English, where we will go through about what Saj Yoga is really, what do we practice here, and we will also explain the different techniques that we use in Saj Yoga meditation. So, to begin with, we will first try to understand what Saj Yoga is. So, from the name itself, Sahaja means something that we are born with. And basically, we use the energy that we are born with. And yoga is nothing but union of our own self with a higher power that helps us to connect to our true self within us. So basically, Sahaja Yoga means to use the innate power within us, with which we are born with, to connect to our true self. This technique was founded by Sri Mataji Nirmala Devi back in 1970. She found this very easy technique using which one can raise their Kundalini energy and experience the maximum potential of this energy within us. She also always emphasized that this technique and this knowledge be spread all around the world. And that is also the reason why we have this meditation happening in more than 100 countries. And all the programs of Saj Yoga around the world run free of cost. One of the main messages from Sri Mataji was that the freedom and liberation that we get by the awakening of Kundalini is something that is our birthright, and we should never charge money, or nobody can pay anything for it. It's what we deserve, and we just have to accept and enjoy this beautiful energy that we have within us. So moving on, we'll now try to understand what is the beginning of Saj Yoga meditation and what are these energies that we are talking about. So I hope everybody can now see this page, which is the subtle system. So this is basically a human figure. Like all of us, we have all these different elements within us, but it's in a very subtle level. We can only feel it, but we cannot touch um, or see it. It's something that we completely feel and experience. And all of Saj Yoga is completely about the three channels that we have within us and the seven energy centers that we have within us. So, what I'm talking about is we have three channels, as we can see three lines here: the yellow line, the white line, and the blue line. The blue line on the left side is everything about our past. It also controls our emotions. So, what happens is we as human beings are full of emotions, and this is what we innately have within all of us. And similarly, we also have the power to act based on these emotions. So, this power of action is what comes from the right side, which is this yellow line. And this also controls the future about us. Similarly, we have this white line, which is the present. And this is also about being in balance, and that is what we want to achieve through Sahaja Yoga meditation. And now we will also move on to the 7 energy centers that we have. So we have these colored dots. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. These are the 7 energy centers that we have within us. Each energy center has its own qualities. What we try to do is to make the Kundalini rise and pass through each of these energy centers so that these energy centers are activated. Okay, so why do we have to activate this? What is the benefit of activating these energy centers? It's very simple. Each energy center has different qualities about it. These qualities are everything that we see in us or in other people in our day-to-day lives. And what we see is that these energy centers not only helps you to activate those qualities that we already have, but also to acquire new qualities that we want. So for example, the first energy center, which is the Muladhara, this energy center gives us with the power of innocence, the power of being wise, and the power of being discreet. So in today's world, wisdom plays a very important role, and also at the same time to discriminate between what is right and wrong. We are always thrown with different choices to make at every part of our life. How do we decide what is right for us? And somehow it is always not easy to make the right decision, and also considering the fact that there are so many opinions and so many options available. So with the help of Muladhara Chakra, you get the power of discrimination where you can choose what is right and wrong for you. Similarly, each of these energy centers have different qualities. And here in this inverted triangle, you can see a coil shaped icon, and this in orange color. This is nothing but the Kundalini. And this energy center, using the technique of Sahaja Yoga, when it rises, it passes through each of these energy centers and it reaches the 7th energy center. When it reaches the 7th energy center, that is when we say that we have got a self-realization, that we have been connected to our true self. And at that moment of being connected to our true self, we feel thoughtlessly aware. So what is thoughtless awareness, or what is meditation? So meditation is a technique where we want to try and avoid or bring down the sequence of thoughts within us. So we always have thoughts in our head, and every thought, once it finishes, a new thought comes in. So you can imagine like a train that passes, and then the next train comes in, and then it goes on and on forever. And that's how the thoughts come in our head. What we want to try and do using this technique is to increase the space between the two thoughts. So you have the first thought, and then you want to find that gap of being thoughtless and being aware before the next thought hits you. So that is what we want to try and achieve. And as and when we practice more and more, this gap between the two thoughts increases, and you are in a state of thoughtless awareness and peace for a prolonged time. So also moving on with the different energy centers, we have also Swadhisthana Chakra, which we have seen also in many people who have been doing for a couple of years, that a lot of innate skills with creativity is what they find about themselves. Like they find interest in music, they find music in arts. There's a different sense of realization about creative things that are happening around them. And then we can see this green circle. This is called as the void. And this is also what helps us to be ourselves. As I said earlier, in today's world, we have so many choices, so many options around us, and it's so easy to lose ourselves. But this third energy center and the energy around it, which is called as void, helps us to be our true self, gives us the power to be our true self. And when this energy center is fully activated, we also feel completely satisfied. So that's the third energy center, which is the Nabhi chakra. Somehow in today's world where it's a world of overachievers and people who want to do more and more and more, but does it really give us satisfaction? So in the end, it's about being satisfied, and that's what we want to achieve. We can um, acquire a lot of skills or money or whatever we want, but in the end, what really matters is to be satisfied. And this quality of being satisfied comes from the third energy center. Then we have the fourth energy center where also the spirit lies. The spirit is nothing but the true self within us. And this energy center also gives us the sense of security, the sense of courage, the sense of love and compassion. And similarly, we have the fifth energy center, which is the Vishuddhi chakra. And this energy center helps us to be in a very collective way, to get along with people, to be um, in a nice way in the society. Also speak in a way that you're able to put your point across without hurting anyone. So you get a good communication skill developed using this fifth energy center. And similarly, moving on, we have the sixth energy center, which is called as Agya Chakra. This energy center helps us to forgive others and also at the same time forgive ourselves. So we deal with so many people, and it's also very obvious that not everyone is doing what we expect, or nor are we doing what others expect. So there is always um, a situation of not liking or not agreeing, and this could really make you upset or not feel so good about another person. And the sixth energy center is what helps you to let go and to really find the peace within. Because in the end, if we stay angry or upset on anyone, we are the ones who are at harm compared to the person we are angry or upset with. And then comes the last energy center, Sahasrara. This is the integration of all the energy centers. So all six energy centers come together at the seventh energy center. And when the Kundalini touches this seventh energy center, is when we say that we feel the connection with the true self. Your true innate self is awakened, and you feel the point of thoughtless awareness. So this is in a nutshell introduction to Sahaj Yoga meditation. Now we will also see the technique of Sahaj Yoga meditation, how to do it, and this is what we're going to see now.
Keep your eyes closed. First of all, please put your right hand on your heart. all the time the left hand restores me. Now, here you have to say, in your heart, with all sincerity, Mother, am I the spirit? Ask the question 3 times in your heart. This is a very fundamental question. Now bring the right hand on to the left hand side of your stomach, in the upper part. Here press it. Now this is the center of your mastery, your guidance, your Guru Tattva as they say. So ask a question, Mother, am I my own master? This is a question to be asked 3 times. Mother, am I my own master? Now, bring your right hand down below, the lower part of the abdomen. Now, this is the center from which all the divine work is done. All the pure work is done. So to ask 6 times, because this center has got 6 petals. Mother, please give me pure knowledge. 6 times you just ask. As a result of this asking, the Kundalini starts getting awakened. Now to help the Kundalini rise, you have to cooperate with her. So please put your right hand on the left hand side in the upper part of your abdomen and press it on the stomach. Now here you have to say with full confidence, to help the Kundalini to rise, Mother, I am my own master. This you have to say 10 times. These are the 10 commandments which you have to say. That, Mother, I am my own master. Now, 10 times with full confidence. Now please raise your right hand to your heart. Now, here you have to say, again with full confidence, Mother, I am the Spirit. This is the truth. You are the Spirit. But you have to say with full confidence, Mother, I am the Spirit. This you have to say 12 times. Now one has to know that God Almighty is the ocean of love. But above all, He is the ocean of forgiveness. So He forgives. Whatever wrong you do, He forgives. So don't feel guilty and put your right hand across On the left hand side, in the corner which is made by your neck and your shoulder. Now here you have to say, again with full confidence, 16 times, Mother, I am not guilty. Please say it. Mother, I am not guilty. 16 times. I am not guilty at all. Please say it. Please say it. Very hot. Now raise your hand across on your forehead. And it's a very important center. Here you have to say from your heart, Mother, I forgive everyone. Please say it from your heart. How many times is not the point. Mother, I forgive everyone. Now some would say that it's very difficult to forgive. But it's a myth that we do not forgive or we forgive. We do not do anything in both the cases. But if we don't forgive, then we play into wrong hands. So please say from your heart, Mother, I forgive everyone. Now please take your hand on the back agya, the same center, on the back side of your head and allow your head to rest on it and push it back a little bit. Now here, you have to say, for your satisfaction, because you always feel guilty, that, O Divine, if I have done anything wrong, please forgive me. Please forgive me. From your heart. Stretch your hand fully and put your center of your palm on top of the fontanelle bone area, which was a very soft bone in your childhood. Press it hard. Press hard your scalp. Now you have to move it 7 times, saying one thing, which you have to ask for. Mother, please give us my self-realization. Because I cannot force on you. So you have to ask for it. 7 times, press it hard and move it 7 times. Very hard. Slowly. Saying that.
We can bring both our hands on our lap and we can just be in meditation for a few more minutes. we can slowly open our eyes and we can just bow to the Mother Kundalini within us. And with this, we come to an end for today's meditation. And we will again meet next week, same time. And for the coming weeks, what we will do is we will try to go deeper to understand each of the energy centers and the channels. And we will also try out different techniques that are focusing on each of these energy centers. And it is also recommended that during the week, when you get time, to just be in meditation for 5 to 10 minutes. And maybe you won't remember all the steps that we did today. But what you can do is you can just take your right hand and we just massage our scalp. And then we just close our eyes and just try to keep our attention on top of our head. So this we can practice. And then we will again meet next week. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys are feeling more peaceful. And I wish you all a wonderful week. And we will all meet again next week. Thank you for joining.